Welcome everybody to the I Am podcast with your host. I am Jay Allison. Thank you so much for listening, watching, tuning in, y'all. Y'all are so amazing. Y'all are incredible. Y'all are awesome. All right. So go ahead, follow me on all social media platforms. Instagram, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, all the podcasts. Trust me, if I ain't on, I'm gonna figure out how to get on it. But thank y'all for tuning in. Go ahead, follow me. I am Jay Allison. If you want to find the I Am podcast, you gotta follow me. I am Jay Allison. And who wouldn't want to, grow and elevate in their life? That's why you here. You here to elevate, you're here to grow. But as y'all know, we're gonna dive right into it, y'all. This series that we are going to complete, trust me, after all these videos are done, you're gonna get the completion of this. But this series is called, y'all should know it already, actually, it's called Tense. All right, y'all, it's called Tense, and it is getting a little tense in here, but not the tense you think. It's not a little tension. What it is, if you watch the last video, y'all know what I'm talking about. We talked about past tense in the last video. This video, what do you think? What do you think we're going to talk about? I'm waiting. Yes. We are going to talk about present tense. All right? When I got this thing hit me like a ton of bricks. Present tense. All right? Present tense. And with this, when we discussed and talked about past tense, who you used to be, I can't talk about who you used to be and not talk about who you are now. All right. So who you are now, you're striving. You are progressing in life. You are one step. You may be 3 months in going to the gym because it's March now, right? You 3 months in working out. You 3 months in eating right. You 3 months in your goal. You're 3 months in not really doing anything. Where you are right now, that's where we are going to address. Remember, I always said when I talked about the last video, past tense, you can't change who you were. You can't change people's perspective of who they thought you to be. If you was Attitude Johnny, you were Attitude Johnny. Don't try to cover up. Listen, there's a beauty in truth. There's a beauty in being genuine and authentic. And if you're here, we are going to be transparent, genuine, and authentic. And what that means is embracing who you were, because that's what we talked about. Embracing who you were, because that's what made you who you are today. But now we're in this new video now, this new topic, we're talking about present tense. Who you are today means something. It matters, all right? And right now, you have to look at that. In your steps, in your goals that you're trying to accomplish, or again, you might be at the start line, just ready to take off, but it's where you are at right now. All right? Go ahead, take a deep breath. Appreciate you just being able to live. We could be thankful for where we were and the life that we had, but right now you need to live in the moment, live in the now, and appreciate where you are, no matter how big, no matter how small, no matter if you feel like a failure inside, no matter if you feel like the biggest success. Appreciate where you are. There is so much power in your thankfulness, in your appreciation, in your presence. It's so crazy how we're talking about present tense, but you cannot be present without having your presence in that moment. All right? So take that moment, take that 5 seconds right now to really be present in this moment in time, in this space you are in. Again, you've made it this far. A lot of people didn't see today. A lot of people didn't make it today. A lot of people didn't make it to this moment. Some people are literally, as you are watching this, are literally going from this moment to another. They're literally going from this present time to another present time. That is not in this world. That is not in this space and time. That's literally trying to hold on to the very life that they have. So appreciate your present time right now. Now that we've appreciated that present time, now that we've taken that deep breath in and out, now that we've gotten to that point in our lives, Y'all, this is where rubber meets the road. Now is where we're gonna stand on business. I heard that phrase for the past what year, 2 years now. Now is where we're going to stand on business, because what we're standing on is the bedrock of who you are about to become. I am gonna wait for y'all to really jump on this train because we about to go full steam ahead. Listen, y'all, it is time for you to build. All right? If you're not building, build. This is what I'm going to talk to. I'm going to talk to those people that are at the start line waiting for the gun to start to pop off and take off. All right? Those people, it's time to build. All right, put your feet in the ground. It's March. The year is not done yet. All right, and it is now time for every idea, every imagination, every vision, everything that you've written down on the board, on the whiteboard, everything that's in your heart to achieve. Now is the time to take off, because present you is not past you. All right, get that imagination, get that thought out of your head. I've always failed. I've always never started. I've never finished what I've started. Listen, today is a new day. Now is a new now. All right, y'all. So now in this moment is where you take off. You put your foot in the ground. As soon as you hear that pistol go. You run. You run as hard as you can. Do not worry about 5 minutes from now. Do not worry about a year from now. Do not worry 3 months from now. Now is where you just start, and you start the best that you can do. That's all that matters. When you start off that line, you start the best you can do. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. It's where you look dead in the middle, right at you. You versus you. I'm probably gonna have to do that series, me versus me, because I promise you, who you are battling against should be you. Who you should be battling against is you. You should not be battling against your brother or your sister or your cousin or your mom or your father or your friends. It should be me versus me, because who's going to push me harder than me? All right, y'all? Who's going to push me harder than I can push myself? Because when I go to sleep, I know how hard or how hard I worked. Only I know. When I put my head to my pillow, only I know that I gave it everything I had. Nobody else can. I can fake it. Trust me, I can fake it like the best of them. And I'm sweating. I'm sweating. I worked hard, and I did not do half of what I was capable of. I don't know where that came from, but you didn't do half of what you were capable of doing. So don't cheat yourself, because it's you versus you. In this moment, in this present tense, it's you versus you. So now that we got those people out of the way that just starting, start, all right? But for the people that has already, they 3 months in. They said, I started at January 1st. I'm 3 months in. I'm locked in, but I might not be locked in anymore. I'm getting a little tired. I'm getting a little weary. Right now, present tense. Now is your new now, y'all. It doesn't matter if you didn't go to the gym yesterday. You didn't do what you were supposed to do. You didn't record that video or post that post or call that family or friend. Whatever your present tense is right now, all right, y'all? Don't give up. Your vision is your purpose. We always talk about that. You got breath in your body. Your purpose is not over. Your purpose is not done. Take that deep breath. Remember, that thing called memory is the most powerful thing you have. It's more powerful than your strength. It's more powerful than your might. It's more powerful than all your resources, because all your resources mean nothing if you don't have that memory. Once you get that memory to remember what it used to be like when I didn't have enough money to figure out what I'm gonna eat today, when I had that memory to think of my family not being able to eat, when I think of that memory that I thought of when I went on that scale and I saw 300 pounds, when I think of that memory, when I think of the memory is the most powerful tool you have in present tense you. Because remember, you are nothing. You are nothing when you cannot bring yourself back to who you used to be. When you can't think of who you used to be, you start to lose sight of where you're going. Because again, remember in the last video, we talked about not forgetting who you used to be. Because if you forget who you used to be, you forget your target. Because if I forget, man, I used to be a liar, or I used to be a cheat, or I used to be 300 pounds, or I used to be, you might lose sight of where you're heading and start heading back into your past direction because you're not remembering, you're not using that resource and tool to remember, I'm not who I used to be. Because I see I remember who I used to be. I remember what I used to do. I remember who I used to be. So now that I see that, I remember that. Now I know what is opposites. Now I know the target and the trajectory. I know where I'm supposed to be going because I remember who I was. So now that you are now in your new now, the people is starting right now, keep going. Oh my God, when you start, you are going to start. And you're building a foundation that is going to build everything. I'm not going to do a spoiler alert, y'all. I'm not going to do a spoiler alert. But I promise you, do not miss the next video of this series, y'all. When you start, you are going to see the building blocks of your imagination. It's gonna blow your imagination. It's gonna blow everything you had in your mind. I promise you. I promise you. Go ahead, comment, send me a message, DM me, say, Josh, I had a vision to do this. Plus, I ain't gonna steal it. Trust me, I stay in my lane, y'all. You see my lane. I stay in my lane. But sometimes you need that back end. Sometimes you need to get it out. Write it. And if you don't know who to write it to, write it to me. I will gladly hear it. Trust me, y'all. Because I'm going to be like, go. That's a great, you know how many people has came to me with ideas of launching visions, their visions? And all I could say, go. You got this. You can do this. If you didn't know, if nobody told you this yet, your vision is literally your one thing away from changing your entire life. You're one thing away of changing your whole family's life. You're one thing away from changing the next generation's life. One thing away. One idea, one vision, one concept, one decision, one action. Just launch. Just go. Start it. Start your race. The people who are in it, I'm so proud of you. If nobody has not told you this already, I am so proud of you for getting to this moment, this far in your journey. If I could clap, I would clap. Y'all put clapping emojis in the comments right now. You are amazing. I'm so proud of you. All right? I'm so proud that you have came this far. Don't stop. Don't stop. You can't afford to stop. You are one door away from your next. You don't know that the next step you might take might project you, might push you into a portion of your life that you've never seen before. I'm telling you, I'm living it. All right, y'all. So I'm so happy for everybody watching. And again, if you don't know where to start, if you don't know what race you're even in, if you don't know nothing, and you just watching this and you're like, what is this guy talking about? He's crazy. Like, he's talking about present tense, tense, past tense. What are we talking about? We are trying to strive to be the person who we are supposed to be, who we are made to be. We're shaped, made to be, put in a purpose inside of us, a desire inside of us, a passion. If you have a passion, do it. It could be art, it could be music, it could be anything, anything. Your imagination, let it just run wild. Let it run wild. I promise y'all, y'all will not, these words will not fall to the ground. I'm telling you, this will not fall to the ground and just disappear in like dust. These words are going to penetrate your purpose. They are going to get in the crevice of your purpose, of your vision, and literally uplift it. Where it wasn't, it needed some help. This is your help. All right, y'all. I could keep. I just felt that was just wow. That was just amazing. But y'all, I have to cut this. I do. I really don't, but I do. Y'all, we always get these topics where we get really in the deep, in the thick of it, y'all. And I just appreciate everybody watching. This is the I Am Podcast. Follow me on all social media platforms. I am Jay Allison. That's where you can find me. My Instagram handle. That's where you can find the podcast, y'all. So please, I thank everybody for watching, tuning in. I do not take that for granted. Every view, I appreciate you. You're amazing. If nobody hasn't said that today to you, you're amazing. You are amazing. I'm so proud of you. And we, the community, the I am community, I'm going to speak things, right? The I am community is proud of you. We are backing you. We want to see you grow. We want to see you be who you are supposed to be, who you're made to be. All right, y'all. So continue. Share this. Share this with one or two people that you feel led to share with. All right. I want some I want some purposeful, intentional actions and decisions. So let that be an intentional action. Don't just share. I don't want, listen, who usually says this? I don't want you to just share on your story, share. No, I want you to put some purpose on your share. I'm gonna step away from right there. I want you to put some intention on your share. So share it intentionally. Share it with the purpose of, I want this to uplift whoever I'm sending this to, just like it's uplifting my purpose and vision, because you believe in another person's vision. And that's a whole other thing, but we gonna get there, y'all. So I appreciate everybody for watching I Am Podcast with your host, I Am Jay Allison.